Yo, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Roll Magic. We cast some spells and tell some tales today. We are joined by the Angel of Ravenclaw, soon to be Quidditch captain if things go well, and lover of Neil. Liz
Uh,
slash Sage! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
uh,
Whoa!
wow,
Whoa!
wow,
Whoa!
wow, 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 wow,
Hold on, me.
wow, you pop up.
Oh,
Ah, I see the blue lighting.
my blue lighting.
You're blue lighting.
It's not blue. It's
Kind of
white.
blue.
It's not blue.
Kind of blue.
It's white.
Okay.
An ad break is coming, so let's just chill before we start.
I gotta sign in so I can see them.
Hey, it's my 2-month subiversary.
Slay. That's
I am
cursed.
indeed slaying queen.
I need to move that to be above all of that shit. That's so weird. Other box needs to be on top. Mm-hmm.
Wait, is the ad starting now?
I don't know.
You said yeah or nope.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either.
Good shit.
Let's do this real quick before I forget.
So. Ah.
Let's get it, girls.
God. I was about to use my prime, so
Well, now you don't have to.
ad break ends in 30 seconds.
Cool.
I guess that's fine. There's not really anyone here besides us and Jomama.
No, it says 4. Wait, 1, 2. There's a third one and a fourth one.
Mac.
Uh,
I see you, bitch. You're not slick. And
no, it's
Dee
Dee.
You can't. Well, it's literally showing too. I'll prove it.
Oh yeah. It does show too. I will say that. All right, let me restart that since ad break just popped up. Welcome back to Roll Magical. We cast some spells and tell some tales. Today we are joined by the amazing and yet lovable Ravenclaw, the angel of Ravenclaw, of course, as well, and the lover of none other than Neil.
Not being part of my identity.
Okay. But we are joined today by Liz as we have a solo session. We get down to some questions that need answers, of course. Um, Today we're gonna play within the timeline of within that week that Cass or Professor Moyer gave them to make their decision on whether they like to join the illustrious Order of Dreams.
This is pre-tattoo Sawyer. Sage Sawyer.
Pre-tattoo,
Not Sawyer.
pre-tattoo.
Sage Sawyer.
We gotta make that thing. Was it in the pre-tat era or the
Pre-tattoo.
post-tat era?
Yeah.
The
Pre-tat,
pre-tat
post-tat.
era.
Got it.
Sheesh.
Liv's gonna go like full like metal.
Hell yeah! Get like the shaved sides and stuff with
I
the
mean,
mohawk.
literally, Glenn did that.
That's
Glenn
true. She
literally
got it on.
shaved her
Yeah,
head
she got it
inside
on.
of her.
Oh yeah, that is right.
I
Oh
was
man,
I was gonna do it on the side of her neck, but I was like, she's 16. Her parents are gonna question she's in a fucking
yeah.
cult, and that's not gonna go well. And her parents definitely would question it.
Aaron is so metal. Well, number bad. Glenn is so metal.
But she can grow her hair over it.
That's true. That's true.
So she has the whole until like Christmas break.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Let me switch it up a bit.
I don't like that.
Somebody got the hiccups.
I have chronic hiccups. That is why I have channel points of hiccups.
Nice. Where is it at?
It's usually only in social interaction where I feel nervous.
Everybody call her out for it. I'm just please don't do
I've
that.
literally
Where is
only
it
been
at?
called for it. I've been called out as many times for hiccups as I have for being short.
You're not that short.
I'm very short. What do you mean?
You're not that short.
We're all very short. We're all like 5 feet or less, except for you. You collected a bunch of short bitches.
And a bunch of
A bunch of gay short bitches. And DD2, another one for the collection.
Sheesh. Oh, this one might put you to sleep. Hold on, let me find a different one.
Oh, I'm fine.
You sure?
I'm fine with whatever's. I'm chatting. We
You down with
vibing.
whatever?
No.
Okay,
Do
dude.
not put on a bunch of fucking rap blasting in my ears. Oh, no. All my family is short, Didi. Like, everyone. My dad was average height, but my mom was very short, so. She's like an inch or so shorter than me. My brothers are like a couple taller, and all my.
I'm 5'5.5".
That checks out for you, Christian.
Why does that check out for me?
I just thought it'd be funny.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Oh no.
You know what's cool too? We're now in like that October time frame, that fall time frame,
Yeah.
when they're gonna start playing all the Harry Potter movies on like reruns on TV.
Yay.
We
It's
gotta
like.
have a freaking watch party soon. We've been talking about that for like the
And the
past year.
anime. And the
And the
anime.
anime.
The Harry Potter anime.
Oh man. All right. This isn't too bad, is it?
Oh, I need to turn it up. It will stay down.
Okay.
No, it's okay. I have it. It's ambient.
Cool. All right.
Why is it raining?
It's not raining.
What is
Oh,
that?
windy?
Oh,
It's wind.
for what?
You'll see, dude.
Okay. Just gotta get curious sometimes.
We know. All right. It is currently Wednesday. Get it? Cause okay. It's currently Wednesday. It's Wednesday afternoon. You have just finished up a Quidditch practice. Your first kind of Quidditch practice back with the team. Still unsure if you're gonna be, Quidditch trials aren't until later this week. But you're hopeful. But you just have finished up Quidditch practice, and after that, you kind of come down on your broom. Lily, your captain, kind of comes over to you. She says, "Oh, Sage, amazing job today as usual. You don't think you could next practice some of the new years, the first years they went to try out for the team? You don't think you could give them some pointers or anything, do you?
Oh, of course I can. You know,
And they seem to be big fans of you as well.
that's how it goes. Uh,
I actually, I don't mean to sound rude, but I actually hate that name.
you know, I do too, but you know, my boyfriend came up with it. You know, yay.
Oh yeah, it's been like a year now since you and Neil have been dating. How's that been going?
It's been 2 years.
Oh, 2 years. Sorry.
Yeah, we're solid, I think.
Is
uh,
everything all right?
oh yeah, I think yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I I wouldn't know, but
Oh,
it's a
you
very
sure?
it's like I woke up from a very
Oh,
long nap. Just
oh
kidding.
yeah, it's weird. I feel like I've been asleep for the past 2 years. It's crazy.
I think we're all
Um,
like in like a weird coma or something.
yeah, I don't know. This is like the first 2 years that like nothing crazy has happened since you've arrived. Correct?
Yeah, nothing.
That's
Isn't that crazy? How
wild.
nothing happened in the last 2 years,
Wild.
and like it's
Almost like
definitely gonna
somebody
continue like this, right? Like nothing bad's gonna happen.
she's pulled out of existence. I'm just like, you've
you see,
learned too
you
much.
see, you see
The
this
world,
as a hand
the world like
reached out.
dematerializes around you.
Have you ever heard of like people like having such high perception rules that like the DMs like describe it like the game like you're as like a tabletop like character or whatever
You know
with
you're a
like people
character.
standing with like a bunch of like people standing around a table looking down at you.
You start to see like a health bar over and Lily.
Oh my god. Anyways, sorry for the memes.
You're good. But she says, this is my last year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really want to win the House Cup my last year. My mother has me going to the ministry, but I really want to try out for the Holy Head Harpies, if I'm honest.
That'd be so fun.
I don't know. Do you ever have that kind of predicament sometimes of wanting to do what your parents want you to do, but you don't really want to do that?
Um, not yet. I mean, I think I haven't really been imposed on too much by my parents, but I definitely can understand um how you might be feeling.
Yeah, of course.
What do they want for you?
Oh, just to go work at the ministry and I don't know, it's gonna sound really weird. They want me to work in like preachers and things like that within the magical department. My father was the head magizoologist, magizoologist
Mm,
at the ministry. Then he retired, so he wants me to follow in his footsteps. But
you don't have
really,
any interest in
not at
that
all.
at all. No, you know, I think you should go for what you want to do, you know? It's your life, you know? He had his life with all of his aspirations and dreams, and you have yours.
Sure. Thanks so much, Sage.
It was quite Liz advice.
Um, make me a mind roll real quick.
Oh shit, my dice.
Either I'll give you a choice: mind or heart.
That's a good question. I need to go pull up and see which ones are here now.
You're good.
Where's my sheet? Occult 5 character sheet. Oh, yeah, no, soul is the one that's high. Okay. Uh, no, we're going to go with mind. 11.
Oh, nice. You see that So you know Lily to be, the captain of the Quidditch team. She's been the Quidditch team since probably her fifth year, or captain since her fifth year, just like you are now.
I'm not the
Um,
captain yet.
sorry.
Spoilers.
Well, we'll see. I mean, maybe you won't make it, but we'll see.
Issue.
Um, but she's been the captain for about her fifth year. And you've never known her to be unsure of herself. Every time you guys play and practice and things like that, she's very not commanding, but very sure of her decisions. Like if you want to flank right, she flanks right. If she tells a second year to do something, you kind of know that she's only telling them to kind of within her. She's trying to give out the best advice she can, basically.
Mhm.
Um, and you know her to be, that the captain of the team. But this is probably the most you've seen her kind of unsure of herself. And I would say with that high mind roll, I mean, her lip is kind of quivering. You can see that it is a mix of her not. It is a mix of her like unsure of her decisions and things like that with her parents, but also looks to be maybe something else, something more emotional than logical.
Hmm. Hey, uh, Lily, are you okay? Besides that,
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, let me grab my broom. She kind of, as you guys are kind of laying in the middle of the field, she kind of bends down and picks up her broom. She says, "Yeah, why do you ask?"
I don't know. I just wanted to. It just seemed like something more might be going on, and so uh, I'm here to help if you need it, but I don't want to press.
Oh, uh, give me a heart roll, but I'll give you advantage.
I don't need it. I have +0 to heart 12.
Hell yeah. She says she kind of stops as you guys are walking. She kind of like is looking down for a second. She puts her like hand on her arm. Look, can something stay between me and you?
Of course. Yeah.
Me and Zhao broke up over the summer.
I thought that might have been it. uh,
Really?
I don't know. You just seem kind of down. That was kind of what my first wonder was. Since are they the same year?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Yeah. Well, with like school ending and whatnot, and people going their separate ways, it's not unheard of for couples to break up in their last year of schooling and whatnot. So, and that combined with, you see me a bit down, I figured that might be the case.
Yeah. Sorry if I seemed unsure out there today on the pitch.
Oh no, you're fine. I mean, you're human, and these things happen. We're bound to be affected by things going on in our personal lives, of course.
That is true.
I don't want you to feel badly about it.
Thanks.
Of course.
Who knew the angel of Ravenclaw was a real angel?
Oh my god. See,
She starts laughing.
Sage would laugh too. Uh,
Yes. I have to get to I have to go study some potions for Professor Blackstone. You know how he is about his studies, but
oh yes.
I will see you later. All right. Oh,
Alrighty.
it looks like someone's waiting on you as well.
Oh, who would that
She
be?
kind of she kind of motions with her head over to the entrance to the Quidditch pitch, and Neil's kind of standing outside. He's waving at everyone as they walk by. But I'll
Oh,
catch up with you later, all right?
yeah. All right. I'll see you later.
And she kind of quickens her walk, waves at Neil as he walks by. Neil's just kind of sitting there, and he kind of waves to you from afar as you uh, begin to get closer.
Yeah.
He says, "Hey, Liz, Sorry. Hello, Liz. Oh, Sage. Sorry. Fuck me. Okay. Hello, Sage.
Who's this other girl you're talking about? Is that your other girlfriend?
No, that's some my side piece. Don't worry about
Stop. You're
it.
done. uh,
He he says, uh, nice routines out there. I saw you guys are practicing some new maneuvers.
oh yeah, and we're gonna try to help some of the first years like this week
Oh,
with
nice.
a lot of their because tryouts already happened, right? Like okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta help, those first years get pick up on all the new routines and actually put the ones that Lily taught to practice.
Yeah.
So
Must
that'd
be
be
a big
fun.
step, huh?
Big step.
Do you think? I mean, you made captain, right?
That's tryouts are. I think it's next week that she's gonna make her decision, right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm just excited
Unless you've
for you.
heard something.
I I shouldn't say anything. Do you really want to know?
uh, is he smiling?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I already know kind of from what you're getting at with, not being able to stop yourself from smiling about it.
Cuddly. I've heard some things about it, but I think I'll save it for when you uh, try out for the captain, of course.
Ah, yes, my tryouts.
Um, you want to walk up to the castle?
Sure. Yeah.
Um, you guys kind of start walking up towards the castle. Um, Neil just it's like a silent walk for a little bit. Neil's kind of quiet for a moment. Not really in like a depressing or down way, just nothing to say. And you guys kind of get about halfway up the hill. Um, Before he kind of stops. Um, as he stops, he like turns around and just looks out more over at the field of the castle, and you can see Hagrid's hut down the way. It's a kind of like cloudy, overcast day. You can feel the wind kind of going past you guys' face as he kind of stares out at the forest and Hagrid's hut and the Quidditch field in the now far distance. Um, and then the Owlry kind of way over to the left. It's just, man, it's crazy. This is gonna be my last year.
It is not your last year. I swear to
Well,
God, if he keeps saying that.
well, it feels like it is.
You got 2 whole years left.
Yeah, but next year is gonna be all about planning and
Yeah. It's your last more relaxed year. I get what you mean.
yeah. Um, you you never really talk about what you think about doing after school.
Neither do you.
I guess that's fair.
I don't know. There's so many options and things like that. But with the way things are turning out, with how much we know about, dark wizards and all that stuff, I'm starting to think that it seems silly for me to go for anything else than maybe an aura or an unspeakable or something. I don't know. At this point, with all the knowledge that I have and all that I am to learn, like it's such a dark world, and I don't want it to stay like that. I don't think I can imagine myself doing any other job knowing that there's so much I don't darkness going on, I guess.
Would you? I mean, you'd want to be an unspeakable.
Yeah, or an R. I don't know. I don't know the full extent of what that even means. I've heard my mom has talked about it a couple times, and I've heard some whisperings about it, but don't know. Why? Does that concern you?
No, no, I think you'd do amazing as a or an unspeakable.
Yeah. I come with you.
Give me a give me a mind roll or a soul roll with advantage.
It's Hunter.
All right, thank you so much, Prince, for the subscribe. Appreciate you, man.
S- 10.
10. You see a look on his face of what's a good word? Not confusion, almost like confliction, of conflicted look. It's this kind of bottom lip quivers a little bit. He says, "It's getting a little cold out here. You want to go inside?"
Yeah, we can head in. What, sorry, I'm hearing myself a little. I think it's okay now, though.
Hold on, let me try to like.
Maybe just like turn the gain down a little bit.
I can't tell which way is. This. Is
Oh,
that better now?
that's worse. Turn it the opposite way. So it's like, yeah, 9.
Is that better now?
Yes. I think so.
Cool. Say something. Say woo 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 woo.
Woo woo wee wah wah.
All right, cool.
um, anyway, back to serious. um, um,
He says,
what?
but yeah, you see a look of kind of confliction on his face. Um, as you guys kind of start heading in, he says, "I don't know. I don't get me wrong. I think unspeakable or would be great for you, but I've lived a lot on Diagon Alley and been in Nocturne Alley a bunch, and I see that I know a few auras or two. A few of them even saved my life a couple times. Um, and I see how much they are working and how much they put in. Um,
Hmm. Well, what do
just
you?
scared that we wouldn't be able to see each other that much.
Oh, I mean, hmm.
But I don't say that to disencourage
No,
you.
I know that. I know. What do you want to do? Like, what optimally would you want to do? Like, because I know you don't really have a ton of pressures from parental figures, I guess, but
No, unfortunately not.
yeah.
Um, but uh, I don't know. I'm not too good of a spellcaster, so I think aura or unspeakable is out of the picture. Um,
Be my handler. I don't know if
maybe
they
your
have.
handler.
I don't know if they have handlers or anything like that, but it would be funny.
Uh, I don't know. Um, you can
About
see his
ministry?
eyes. You can see his eyes kind of go kind of like light up a bit for a second. He says, "Well, there was this shop on Diagon Alley, this space that kind of opened up next to Gringotts. Um, and I don't know. It's stupid. It's
No,
stupid.
what? What do you want to do?
No, I mean, I thought about opening up a shop or
What would you?
going and selling.
Selling what?
So I don't. I still have to talk to him, but you know how great of a potion maker Christian is.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, maybe once he gets out of school and I'm out of school, we could go to Diagon Alley and it could be like a kind of one-stop shop for like potions or we could sell some brooms and maybe some of those wands that you all have collected from dark wizards and such. We could resell those for maybe wizards that don't have as much to buy a wand from Ollivanders or
Wizard Walmart?
that'd be yes. Um, but I would really love to kind of help out the kids on Diagon Alley and maybe get some more hand-me-down robes when kids do go to Hogwarts. They don't have enough to pay for it themselves.
Mm,
You
that
saw how
is,
expensive brooms are in Diagon Alley.
yeah, that was really rough. My second year. Uh,
I would love to help people out in that way, but
we could like have like rented like brooms and stuff instead, so people
yeah,
don't have to buy things like outright. That could
yeah,
be.
that'd be something.
Do you still do your information brokering around Diagon on the side?
I don't know. I do have a lot of contacts around there. We'll be honest, but I don't know. Um, Maybe if you guys ever needed anything, I would of course help. Um, but I don't know if that's kind of what I want to do.
Hmm,
Really, and you guys are kind of getting in the courtyard at this point, as you kind of start to see students just sitting outside talking, kind of casting spells at each other, you know, tomfoolery. Um, Kind of like looks around and says, I mean, the information stuff was something that Augustus, I followed his footsteps in that.
mm,
And it was really the only thing I knew how to do for a long time. It sort of still feels like that in some ways. I would just kind of love to be able to see what I am without that.
yeah, of course.
Do you think that's a good idea?
I think it's a great idea. I love that idea. It's definitely a very good idea. It would be very great for, you know, all of that stuff. I think that would be a great option if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I don't know. It would take a lot of galleons to even buy a spot on Diagon Alley, so
Oh,
it may just be a dream.
got a whole 2 years, you know, of information brokering and potion selling and all of that. Sure, we can figure out something else too, you know. We'll figure it out.
That's true. I I'm so proud of you, Sage.
What? Why?
I mean, when you came here, I mean, you've made a name for yourself,
You made a name for me, quite literally.
but your actions help boost that name.
Yeah.
I know didn't ask you about the angel and all this stuff, but it has does fit. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
And he kind of like he kind of grabs your hand at this point.
Oh, just should squeeze his hand back. Be like, you know, I think you've really come into your own as well with like knowing what you want to do and not feeling bad about things that, you know, you don't feel like you're as good at and just being like, well, just is what it is and just going with what, you know, you want to do and what you feel like you excel at and not forcing yourself, you know?
Yeah,
I don't ever want you to feel like you have to follow me in everything that I do. And but I also don't want you to feel bad if you do, you know? I don't want you to feel like you have to.
no, I've never felt like that. Um, I've wanted to. I I don't like admitting this, but I kind of stalked you your whole third year here.
You did. My second year, you mean?
Second year, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I noticed.
I
Yeah.
really wasn't trying to like bait you into going to the ball with me that time.
You know, I was
I
just
just saw
surprised
you, and I
because I was like,
did I
this
did I
guy
really
doesn't know
come off?
anything about me, and he just. But you were open and you were honest about, you know, the whys of it, and
Did I really
um
come off that weird?
um You were definitely odd, but the more we talked, the more I understood what um I don't know, your intentions and whatnot. I think it was just kind of hard to gauge early on with, being a nobody second year.
Yeah, I understand.
I just had a bunch of interesting friends.
Yeah, understandable. Um, I just you don't get scared at all of
Mm,
everything that's happened and everything that might happen.
just kind of, I mean, I definitely worried about the future and everything like that, but I don't know what's gonna happen. And it's kind of one of those things that's just, you just go with it in the moment and do what you think is best. And I think we've managed pretty well so far. Uh, and I don't know. It definitely would be impossible without everyone that we have. I feel like everyone kind of helps make it a lot easier.
Uh,
Not be scary.
you hear a voice from behind you as you kind of walking through the doors of Hogwarts. Sage!
Yep. Who is it?
Kind of turn around and it's Christian.
I knew it. I fucking knew it was Christian. Christian
He says,
always
"Hey,
talks to you on my one-on-one.
hey, oh, hey, Neil. Oh, hello. Sage, are you busy right now? Uh,
Mm,
you can come along too, Neil. It's not like that.
it's not like that. No, no, we were just coming in from I was just coming in from Quidditch practice. We were just talking about stuff.
Oh, cool. I have, you don't like feel tired or anything, do you?
Tired?
Yeah, like exhausted from practice.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
Too built for that.
He kind of like leans in a little bit. He says, I have something, uh, that I need your help with using like the thing you do.
Oh, okay.
Uh, Neil, you can come too.
Yeah.
All right. We can. Where do you want to go to like the Great Hall, or is there a place that you know?
You want to do this in the Great Hall?
No, no.
Requirement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, you, Neil, you coming along? If that's fine with you, Sage.
Oh yeah, yeah. You never know if one of you need to go to the infirmary.
Funny, funny. All right. Then you guys kind of start heading there. Hold on. Let's see here. Nope. Too happy.
Oh,
Oh? Oh no.
what?
Nothing. I just wanted to say, oh no.
Fire!
Let me go ahead and pull up the next track so I don't have to. Please. I like that. All right. He says, as you guys kind of start walking towards the steps. He says, I have this thing. You know I'm a werewolf and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's come
Um,
up a couple
I was
times.
unfortunately, um, I was gonna talk. I was trying to find Liv, but I couldn't find her anywhere.
That's
Um,
crazy. I wonder where she.
Probably the library, or she probably in the greenhouse or near the Black Forest or Forbidden Forest, talking to Alistair.
As one does.
Um, but I have this thing that he kind of pulls a kind of locket from his kind of pocket, and it's a golden locket. He says you can like touch things and see things about them, right?
Yeah, typically. Who does this belong to?
It belongs to me.
Is yours?
Um, yeah.
Okay.
But so uh, I'm in this kind of pact or pack of Do you know what like a gang is here I know you're from like the UK.
A gang?
Yeah.
I'm a gang?
Yeah.
Like gang members?
No, it's not really like a gang. It's like a pack, but I guess it's sort of like a gang. It's a pack, but it's like my family pack.
So, like Twilight.
What's Twilight? I didn't. Haven't
I'm
seen it.
sh- I swear, all the girls around school are talking about it.
Really?
Yeah.
What's Twilight though?
You know, this is funny because it's about this girl who goes to Seattle, Forks in Washington, and she meets a vampire, but then she has a best friend who ends up turning into a werewolf, and
Mm.
and then there's a whole love triangle between the werewolf and the wolf and the girl, and the wolf has a part of like a whole family like tribe.
You see like wheels turning in his head.
Sage
He's like,
Sage is
you,
smirking the whole time she's saying
you
this.
don't think Liv had like only likes me because of that movie, right?
Oh,
Or
oh no, that was not what I
no?
was. That's not
Okay.
like I said anything about it. I just thought it was funny because of her whole thing with Charlie and you, and then you guys ended up being
What do you mean? She's she likes Charlie?
used to. He knew
Oh
this, right?
no,
Why didn't he know it? She was like openly like he was gone.
he's gone. He says, "No, I didn't."
Oh, it was uh
Not you telling things again.
not again. It was just like a very brief thing. Like she just cares about him a lot as a person. Then it was just when you were having our whole thing with like Exandria and whatnot, um, and then you disappeared, and
That
nothing
was only for like a
happened.
year though.
Huh?
That was only for like a couple months.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it was just like a little like blip of a thing. It wasn't even serious. It like nothing came of it at all. It was just kind of like he was around a lot.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's she
I
can
don't
do
even know
whatever
if
she
she
wants
liked
to
him.
do. Oh, wait, you saying she might like me?
Anyway, this locket.
But sorry, this yeah, the locket belonged to
Just
me.
kidding. You're an idiot if you don't realize.
What? Anyway, he says this locket belonged to my mom, or it belongs to me, but was gifted from my mom.
So that's the origin. Got it.
He kind of opens it. He kind of like clicks a little button on the top of it, and it opens. It's like one of those little small locket, those like necklace lockets you get, where it like opens up and it has two pictures.
Mhm.
It's a picture of him as a baby, and then a picture of his mom. Mom probably looks to be maybe in like early 20s. Let me see if I can find a picture.
And why did you what are you looking for? Because I kind of need to know like the intention of like what you want to know from it. Take your time.
Sorry, hold on.
No, take your time.
Oh gosh, flashbang. Oh, this will look like this could be my mom. Okay. It's this picture right here. I'm gonna post in the side chat. I'm posting in the side chat.
Is it the correct side chat?
Yeah, it's
Oh, there it
posting
goes.
now. There it goes.
Oh.
So it's a picture of kind of like Christian when he was a baby, and then a picture of his mom on the other side. On the other side, he says, "So usually we talk like every week, um, but I haven't heard from her in a couple of weeks. Um, which usually means like she went out on a hunt or something's happened. And I was thinking maybe you can look at it, try to see something or find something that will give me a better clue of where she is or if she's okay."
Um, I
Sorry,
can.
I know you don't really use it for this kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I can try. I mean, it's a very new thing of being able to see more current and like future events, but I can try. I mean, I want to practice a bit more, so I'm willing.
Neil kind of says, "You don't have to, Sage, if you don't want to."
It, this will be good to determine if, that whole thing with me getting hurt was because of seeing like future and present stuff, or if it was just because of the dark magic or whatever. So I'm fine. I'm fine with it. It'll be okay. I'm sure.
All right. Let's get up to the room of crime.
Well, like shaking my dice.
As you approach kind of the hallway where the room of requirement is, just curious, what does Sage think about as she kind of approaches to make it appear?
Oh, uh, like to make it appear.
Yeah,
It's
like the
need
door appear.
and what am I supposed to think? Like
I
vibes.
think like you're supposed to think like what you want. So like if I want like a bathroom, if I need to pee, a bathroom will appear.
Thinking. Oh, creepy. Thinking like a cozy like room, I guess, with like
A movie room?
no,
Oh,
like a
sorry.
cozy room, like
A
for
cozy.
people for like with like multiple chairs for like people to like sit down and because she does her weird little woo woo stuff, so it'd be nice for everybody to
Okay,
have some place to sit while she's doing her thing.
cool. As you kind of the door appears in front of you as you kind of go and push it open. It's a small room. Um, as you, what would Sage imagine to be like a cozy room? Like a fireplace? Does it have like a fireplace in there? Maybe a couple couches. Like what would be cozy in Sage's mind?
This is great because it's probably in her Pinterest board. I think I only have her bedroom on there. But I guess it would be
That's
similar to
fine.
her
It could
bedroom.
be. I'm about to say it could be similar to a bedroom.
Where are you? I'm so sorry. I scrolled past it. Dude, it's totally. Where'd it go? Get deleted? Deleted?
No.
Fine.
That's pretty.
Um, 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 um. Yo, that's pretty. That's a little. So sorry. Yeah, it's perfect. It'll give them something to do.
Nice.
But more couches and stuff. There'll be like books and stuff that they can like look at while she's like doing her thing.
Is it like your room? Or is it like exactly that picture right there?
To like my room.
Okay. More
Wait,
like
wait,
your
wait,
room?
wait. My like, no, like more like that. Like, cause this isn't like her room. This is, I just looked up like
Okay.
a cozy
Got you. Okay.
like
So
thing
as
that
you
would
kind
kind
of
of be her vibe.
got you. As you kind of walk in, you see almost exactly that. You can hear as you walk in, you can hear like the chirps of birds coming from outside of that window. Um, about maybe a chair like that in the corner, surrounded by two bookcases full of books of various things. More probably Quidditch things than anything else, but books full of like Quidditch things and stuff like that. Books filled with just magic and studies and things like that. But also, you can, as you look out, you can see tall kind of oak trees outside the window as sunlight is kind of barely peering into the window. You can hear chirps of birds in the forest around you. As kind of the leaves, there's like an open window up top, as you can feel a nice breeze on your face as you enter, as the leaves are kind of coming in through that window, kind of slouching down the edges of the glass. Damn, I'm good.
You are. You're very good at that. That's beautiful.
But you enter and kind of take a seat on the couch as Neil, like he kind of does like the, because the couch is big enough for two people to sit
No, I'm
beside.
saying there's like multiple couches and like that could be okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
He's
But
like, should I sit beside you? I'm gonna sit on this couch over here.
whatever your heart
Uh,
desires.
but she kind of goes and sits, or not she. Yeah. He kind of goes and sits in one of the couches, and Christian sits on another. And Neil just kind of picks up like a random book from the uh the shelf. He opens it and then hears a scream, and then
I'm
immediately
so
closes it
sorry.
back. He says, I'll pick a different one. But you two go ahead." Um, as Neil is just like kind of like up, kind of like perusing the shelves.
Shit.
Christian kind of sits down on a couch next to yours. He says, he hands you the necklace, the locket, and says, I, again, I thank you, Sage. I know I'm not really supposed to, I don't mean to, I don't mean to like, I don't want this to be a thing of you think I'm using you or something,
Oh,
because
I
it's
mean,
not.
of course. I mean, like,
I
we
know I'm
all
not
do
really
things.
part of your group or your friends or
What are you
anything.
talking about? You guys literally have a business together, and
Oh
we've
yeah.
done a lot of combat together. This is the first time in 5 years you've asked me for anything. It's fine.
Okay. Um. Well, I guess I'll leave you to it. As he kind of
Alrighty.
hands you the locket. Um. Would you like to kind of examine it a bit before going into this little trance you do?
Sure, because the option was presented. It must be important.
Go ahead and make a mind roll.
Did you get that 10?
10.
Yeah, 10. Plus 1 equals 10. Wait, do I have 1 or 2? I might have to log in again. Actually, might have. I think I might be using last year's.
You already passed anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a pass.
You know, but what if I get an extra detail, you know?
Okay, well go ahead.
No, it's fine. It was 11. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna close my eyes here to kind of visualize. As you kind of get this golden locket, kind of get it and feel the warmth of it from Christian's hands. You kind of tell that this is something, and you can see like the edges of it are neatly cleaned. almost look like they've been polished. This is something that Christian obviously holds very dear to his heart. Um, you can see the edges are kind of polished, and like even the sun kind of shines and gives a little gleam off of the golden locket. As you look at it, there's like little intricate details here and there, nothing like of note, but just note that it's beautiful. Um, you can see like a little dent here and there. Maybe Christians drop it a couple of times on accident. But other than that, I mean, this thing is perfect. The glass on the inside has no dust on it, almost like it was just cleaned. Um, and you can see like a little symbol on the outside of it on the back of a red sun.
Hmm,
Oh, my bad. A red kind of crescent moon. My bad. I didn't mean to say sun. A crescent moon, but it's red.
interesting.
But as you appear to look in, go ahead and roll magic. I said the thing.
So so my divination, it says +2 to divination.
Hmm.
Is that added on top of my modifier for magic?
What's your magic modifier?
3. So that's why I'm like, I don't know what it
I
should
say
be
yeah.
rolled.
I'd
Like,
say you choose. No,
choose?
I say yeah. I say yeah. It's added on.
Damn, that's
It's added.
disgusting. I will never feel that unless I get the ones, I think. Alright, so 15.
That 14.
Hmm.
I have a question before I describe. Would when you look into this, are you specifically just trying to find what Christian asked for, or do you want to peer deeper?
Will I lose out on information?
No. You
Okay.
with that 14, you can see everything here.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay. What do you want to start with first? You have become a master at this. Not master, but you're pretty good now with doing this, so you kind of have more choice in the matter.
Mm,
What
Um,
do you like? What would you like to see first, I guess?
I guess the second option, the one that wasn't what Christian
Gotcha.
informed me about, just in case I need context for anything.
Got you. You're gonna see you get three things here.
Okay.
So we'll start with the second first. Let me find some good music. Hold on. Oh, I love solo sessions. They're so fun.
This is very fun. Yeah, I was gonna say I was wanting to do a side where I was like, Christian is such. I was like you're such a fun, like you were able to be very fun but very serious and like like hyper descriptive of things. And I have a horrible visual, like I have a hard time visualizing things, but that was very easy. And then it's just I just love the vibes. It's so fun.
Thanks. I appreciate that, Lou.
It's
Oh man, thanks.
just thinking like it's so nice to have a DM that can be like super silly but also like really good at describing things and super serious too at times as well.
Thanks. Oh man, it made me cry.
You're gonna make me cry because I can tell you're about to cry. Stop
All right.
it.
Let's do this. This
Away
part's
from my
gonna be really,
eyes.
really emotional.
Oh no. Okay.
All right. So we go into Christian first. Not what he asked, but just him as a person and kind of more of the important memories that encompasses who he is.
Feel bad.
First, we start in America. You don't appear in the POV of like any of his family members, but just if I describe it, you'll probably be able to pick that up better. So let me do that. It is a fall night in 2005 in the city of New York, more in the inner city. You appear to be, kind of look at your hands a little bit. You appear to be maybe a man, as your hands are a little bit bigger than usual. You are standing outside of kind of a white cargo truck on the side of a street in front of a in front of multiple like homes on sides on the side of the street. Kind of like, you know how like New York vibes look like there's like a multitude of kind of buildings that are connected to each other
Mm.
running along the side of a block. You are kind of grabbing boxes and putting them inside the truck. And you kind of grab another box from the street and kind of put it on the side of the truck. As what you look to see young Christian kind of coming down the steps with his mom next to him. She says, or Christian says, I don't want to go. Mom, all my friends are here. I don't, we can't go. I don't want to do this. Christian's mom just says, Christian, look, she kind of takes Christian's hand real quick and bends down towards him, kind of sitting, kind of not crisscross applesauce, but just kind of getting on her knees is to get to his height. She says, "Look, love, I, your father." And you can see right when she says your father, he kind of bites his tongue. She bites her tongue a little bit and says, "I look. I know that you'll miss your friends and that things are going to be a little bit different than you imagined, but it's all going to work out. I have you and you have me, and that's all we need. You are a smart, powerful, and beautiful boy, of mine at least. And you can make friends anywhere we go. And you can always send letters and we can come back for visits. Always. I'm sure your friend Theodore will miss you down the street. But of course, you guys will always be connected by things that I can't explain yet. But you'll always be there." Christian says, "All right, Mom." And she kind of grabs his hand as they walk and get in the front seat of the truck. Your visions fade for a minute before you reappear somewhere else, much later in Christian's life. You are in the middle of a forest. It's dark. You vision, though, is able to see for some reason. You hear over a intercom, a speaker. It's hard to explain, but you hear, "The trial will end in 10 minutes. 10 minutes you have. Make it to the mountain." As you look, you are a size and a half bigger than what you could even imagine yourself to be. As you kind of look down, you see Hands have been replaced by a paw and claws, as you can kind of feel the ground underneath you on all fours as your claws kind of sink into the cold dirt. You are on all fours, just kind of pouncing and not pouncing, but almost like leaping, bounding through this kind of field. As you kind of go, you see a man running for his life in front of you. As you get a closer look, can you make me a mind roll for me real quick?
Yep. Ooh, double six is 12. I mean, 14.
You see the man in front of you has red eyes. And you see, oh, we got an ad break coming.
It's in a minute.
Okay. You see the man in front of you has red eyes. And you see, as Christian, you jump and leap on him. As you, Sage, are watching through his eyes as Christian's claws sink into the man's chest and kind of rip him to shreds. You can see, you can feel the blood on your teeth kind of dripping from the fangs now inside your mouth. A couple moments later, the viscera and the gore stops as Christian makes his way to the mountain pass. As the sun kind of sets in the sky.
And the ad break starts.
Okay. As the sun sets in the sky. Oh. You having fun so far?
Yeah, this is very cool. I always love, like, it's so, I was just thinking about it. I was like, it's so fucking, like, cool that, like, seeing and, like, feeling, like, other lives and experiences that, like, she would otherwise like, never
Yeah.
experience. And, like, that's why I feel like maybe that can, like, really attribute to, like, how empathetic that she can be, because she's literally seen and felt things in, like, other people's point of view. And so it's always really, really cool. I enjoy it a lot. I was just thinking about how this went from a very frustrating um like uh ability to, it still opens a lot of questions, but, like, it's very interesting how much it has evolved from its original intent. And
Yeah.
sometimes I feel
I mean,
bad, but, like,
Sage has not mastered. Like I don't want to use the word mastered, but she's gotten a lot more comfortable with her abilities over these couple years. So she's stronger with it. But
mm,
with strength also comes more detail, and some Sage may see things that she doesn't want to see.
yes,
So
heard.
it's definitely crazy.
We're back from ads. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back to Royal Magic. Is and I'm gonna close my eyes here again. Sorry.
Don't be so.
As the sun kind of comes up from the sky, you start to feel yourself shrink as you see two more werewolves next to you start to shrink as well. You are back in kind of human form as you stand in front of four kind of older adults sitting in four separate chairs in a singular horizontal line. All of them looking very different as a kind of African American woman sits at the front, joined by the three others next to him, or her, sorry. A hold on, let me pull up this list. A older man that kind of is balding as he has like the two white haired sides on his face with giant kind of scar claw marks going through his face, as well as what looks to be an older version of Christian's mother sitting in a chair next to him. At the front as well is the African American woman, which you can kind of gather is the leader here of whatever this is. She speaks and says, "Congrats. You all are now whelps within the sanguine Luna. I trust that you will hold this dear to your heart and take what we show you to be true. A lot will be asked from you all, but you are indeed sanguine Lunae. So hold that true in your hearts, and our pack shall follow you all the days of your lives. Congrats." You can look next to you and see at least a 9.5, 10-year-old Theo kind of standing next to you. As just Christian kind of goes and gives him a high five. And you know, Christian's younger than Theo, only by a couple of months, but that means Christian at this point is probably 10, if not almost 11.
Ah, right before Wizard Age.
Um, with that, your vision kind of fades for a bit to a much later point in his life, Hogwarts. You see as you are now on a lake in a boat in front of a castle, joined by what looks to be young first year Liv Hollyhorn. And to the left of her is Glenn Goodwin, first year. Kind of look to your right at some more of the boats, and you see yourself, a first year, in the boat next to first year Cassandra
And Theo.
and Theo.
So Theo in that boat, I remember.
As Christian kind of looks back, you can see Liv looks at Christian and says, "Wow, the castle of Hogwarts. I'm excited." And you can feel like a warmth in Christian's chest, a little bit of nervousness, but also happiness. He says, "Yeah, I never thought I'd be here." And you can see Liv kind of in reality, it's not a holding smile, but in Christian's like mind, Liv kind of looks back at Christian and gives him a smile, and it kind of holds for a little longer than what really it was. But Christian just sees that smile for a couple of seconds longer than what it was. But as the vision fades, we go to a different vision entirely. Christian is probably at this year a fourth year in a abandoned classroom with a cauldron in front of him, as he kind of has a list sitting on a kind of table next to him, as he has like a big kind of wooden ladle, kind of stirring the cauldron as he's kind of sweating. It's almost done. It's almost done. As you can kind of see a list of potions that need to be done by today. Um, as he just says, a couple more, and then we'll be friends. Yeah. Um, as he has like a, he's just kind of sweating. His like this heat from this green potion, this green kind of inside of this cauldron, or the green liquid inside the potion is kind of getting hot. And he has his kind of sleeves rolled up. His like white button-up shirt is his kind of yellow and black tie hanging down his chest. All right. Like 3 more hours and then we're good. What now? Uh, I should probably. Yeah, I can go to. No. No. Okay. Almost done. Um. Your vision fades from there. We have two more memories I want to show you. As you kind of feel yourself sink a bit, the vision fades and goes to another. As Christian is in darkness, he says, "Hello, hello, hello, hello." Black landscape of pure blackness all around him. Is anybody there? There, there. The vision kind of speeds up a little bit of Christian kind of sitting crisscross, walking around a bit. This, and then you can feel a pool. His light is a white light from above is shed throughout this kind of black landscape where he's at. As he kind of comes to, Basilton standing next to him. Your mind kind of clicks from what Basilton told you of when he saved Christian.
Yep.
That vision fades to one last one. You see, um, hmm, you see the Forbidden Forest, or no, my bad, Hogsmeade. As Christian kind of walks throughout the town, he said he waves to a lot of the storekeepers, kind of closing up shop for the day. As you kind of look up, you can see the full moon in the sky. As Christian is walking throughout Hogsmeade, he kind of gets to the edge of town before he goes down. He's there. Before he reaches a hole in the ground, almost like a hatch, a wooden hatch in the ground. What looks from like what you are used to, a like tornado shelter, almost kind of like one of those hatches. He opens the hatch, goes in, and closes the doors behind him. As he is now on the inside of a tree. There's kind of tables and a bed kind of leaning up against the tables. Dust completely covers this place. As Christian kind of sits down, he kind of pulls out his textbooks for the day, going over spells and lists and potions and things like that. All alone, you can kind of hear the wind whistle past the windows in this place. You see kind of like a little tree in the corner, like a little plant, potted plant that he grabs a water bottle out of his bag and puts it inside the plant, or pours it inside the plant. As he kind of stands up, he says, "Okay, that's done. All right." He goes to a closet and wheels out a little training dummy. As he pulls out his wand, he says, "Okay, just like how Baz taught me. Expelliarmus." No, that was wrong hand movement. Um, and the vision kind of fades from there. But now we go to the real vision of why Christian asked you to do this.
My God, there's more. I
Sorry.
was like, oh no, I was like stressed out. I was like, oh my God, I'm not gonna learn anything new. I pretty much just like spied on his life. I felt really
I'm
bad.
sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
With that
I'm
high
glad
roll, you gotta
I'm
lie.
glad there's more. I'm just
With that
I was
with that high
stressed.
roll, you gotta lie.
Okay.
You see his mother. His mother is in Nocturne Alley. As his mom, my bad. You were in the point of view of his mom. As you are kind of in a black cloak, you can feel your frizzy hair. Kind of, you kind of pull the hood of the black cloak over the hood and pull your kind of curls behind your ears a little bit. As you see a familiar face kind of walk up. It's Basilton's mom.
Mm.
in a very same black cloak. She says, "Hello, how you doing today?" Christian's mom says, "I'm doing well. The kids should be going back to school this year or around this time. You think they made it by now?" Christian hasn't messaged me. Basilton's mom says, "Oh, you should be fine. You should be fine. They have probably crossed into Ireland by now." So, she says, "Yeah, just hoping he's okay. I know he's pretty stressed about Quidditch and such. So, do you think they? I really hope I gave him enough galleons to get some snacks on the train. He's been worried. I worried about him having friends there." Basilton's mom says, "Oh yes, they're Basilton and him are great friends. They should no worry." Christian's mom says, "Yeah, of course. You ready to go inside?" Basilton's mom says, "Yeah, of course." Um, he kind of you see they both reach in a pocket, pull out a golden mask, and adorn it to their faces as they both go up to a door and open it. The vision fades there, and you are back in this cozy room in the room requirement. Hold on.
Sniff.
You kind of come to in the room, kind of breathing a little hard.
I have tears in my eyes.
Oh yeah, you tell me how you are.
She like come to and she just has like tears like welled up in her eyes and they start like leaking out and she's just kind of like
Neil immediately kind of drops whatever book he was reading and runs over to you, kind of grabbing your hand. Sage, you okay? And Christian says the same. What's wrong? What'd you see?
uh, um a lot more than I expected. Let me turn this down a little bit. It's distracting.
Sorry.
I'm still, I'm reeling still a little.
I'm sorry if I caused
No,
you.
you're what?
Oh, I didn't know if I caused you to a panic attack or something.
No, I'm
Okay.
actually I actually shed it like multiple tears.
Which part?
um, the part where he was like over the cauldron and being like, maybe they'll be my friends. I'm crying. That's so sad. And then and then his mom's stressing out about him not having friends and stuff. And Sage just wants to hug Christian. She doesn't care if it's weird. She's hugging him and crying.
Okay. He kind of
No,
gives a he kind of gives a hug. He accepts the hug and hugs you back. What's
like I'm so sorry that you haven't felt included. By the way,
no?
but this isn't about your mom. I'm sorry. I'm
Kind
just
of you guys kind of
emotional.
pull back from the hug, and you can see like he gives you the same smile that he gives everyone, and just says, "No, it's okay."
It's not. I can tell. I saw much more than I was supposed to. I'm sorry. I don't ever mean to. I mean, Neil can attest. I don't ever mean to invade on, privacy or anything like that, but it's such a personal object. I saw probably a lot more than you intended, but, so I just, yeah, that's why I'm emotional. Sorry. But
I'm sorry I asked you to do it. I
no,
didn't
it's
mean to.
okay. I'm just sorry that I don't ever want to, there wasn't something you probably ever intended to tell me or maybe anyone about. And so, she gave him like a very brief description of the things that she's emotional about. Like I don't think she dived like too much into like
What
a
would
lot
be
of the
the
other
thing?
stuff. I guess like I think mostly about like the whole just how lonely he may have seemed, and but in a way that's not really like, I don't know, just describing it, not really like putting too much there, and that that she did see some stuff about like the pack and everything like that, and then she finally get to the whole thing of describing in as much detail as possible about like what his mom was doing with Baz.
Mhm.
And I was like, about like the gold mask and what they mean, right?
Um, Lip told me something about the mask, but
Oh,
uh,
we've
the hand or something like that it's
yeah,
called.
we've seen them a lot, and Baz probably has them down his pants somewhere. But
What?
don't worry about it. um, but I don't know what's going on, like why they have these masks, if they are like actually genuinely a part of that community, or if they're maybe infiltrating it somehow. Um, but with their statuses, it's kind of, I don't know, it's hard to tell.
Oh,
I'm
so
not
my
sure.
mom's a part of that.
Either a part of it, or maybe she's like a double agent. You were seeing movies like that sort of vibe. Could be that.
Yeah, I just
Um,
watched James Bond before I came to school.
I wouldn't immediately jump to the worst.
And
Um,
he could see he kind of just goes quiet for a second, and you can tell a million thoughts are running through his head. Um, and I'll kind of give you a little behind the door here. I mean, he's thinking of maybe he's trying to figure out exactly what you saw. Because obviously you're pretty emotional from it.
ah,
Um, he's worried about his mom and what's going on. Um, but some of it as well, you can see or not see, but he's worried kind of about you and like he's scared that he did too much or didn't do enough or is scared about like what he asked you to do. Um, and doesn't want you to think of him badly.
oh. um, I don't. I can see you're feeling a lot of things right now, and I don't want you to feel badly at all about what just happened. I've gotten a little too what's the word? Attuned to the whole woo woo stuff. And so I I tend to see a lot more than I expect, and it's me being so emotional isn't out of like a place of you know I saw too much that like I didn't want to see. It's just I want to respect people's privacy. And I also feel bad because I came across information that you weren't intending me to, and I can give you more details on that if you want, like of exactly what I saw. I just didn't want to dredge up a lot. um
No, no, it's fine. You don't have to give me any details, Sage. Um,
but I don't want you to feel bad. This happens all the time. I mean, you can ask Neil. With very personal objects, it's hard not to
Neil
see all
says.
this.
Neil says, yeah, it's she goes through a lot when she does it.
And
Uh,
I should have
Christian
warned you.
says.
I'm sorry.
Christian says, no, it's fine. I'm just glad I was able to get a little bit more information.
Mm. Um,
Um,
but Baz is going through the same exact thing. Like he doesn't know what his mom's deal is about, and that's kind of what we're trying to figure out right now. And now we know of another potential member slash potential double agent. Who knows? And you know that brings us a step closer, and we can figure it out together. It'll be okay.
Yeah. Um. Thank you.
Of course.
Uh. So how's Quidditch been going?
Really?
Sorry.
You know, it's going good. I'm excited for are you also trying out for
Yeah.
captain?
Yeah. Liv put my name forward for the male prefect for this year too.
Oh,
So
guess we'll
I don't
see.
know how that's gonna go.
See how that goes. Do whatever you want to do. Don't just do what you think you should do. I know you
Thanks.
don't want to step on Liv's toes or anything, but she
Yeah.
cares.
Thanks. Well,
You okay?
yeah, yeah, sorry.
Don't be sorry. Be better. Just kidding. Just don't be sorry. Just don't be sorry.
Um, yeah, it's just worried about my mom.
I know. Well, would
Um,
you be okay talking to the group about this information, or do you want me to tell them, or nobody at all? Like,
you can tell them.
are you sure you don't want to? It could be you could feel a bit closer to everybody.
Do you think that would help?
Oh, I mean, well, that would help.
Yeah.
Um,
Telling them about this.
yeah, they like to know things. They like transparency. They love that. It's great. We
All
love it.
right. So I'm sorry again for not saying anything about last year. I'm going with Adonis.
You know, that didn't
That
bother
place.
me at all. I don't know what they're doing.
No, it's okay. I should have been more open about it, and I'm sorry.
I think they just get worried about that stuff. But I mean, what can you really do? I mean, we weren't super open with you either. So it's kind of a, there's, what's the saying? You know, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad.
He kind of goes in to give you one more hug.
Uh,
He gives you like a quick hug and then says thank you
of
and
course.
thank you to Neil. He says no problem, no problem, mate.
What he did, but good for him.
Um, he says, well, I guess I'll leave you two. I have to go practice some footage maneuvers. Um, but I'll see you two later, okay?
Yeah, of course. Hey, if you ever need to talk about anything, I'm my uh it sounds weird to say my ears are always open, but they are.
He kind of gives a little laugh. He says, yeah, for sure. Um, thanks again.
Of course.
I'll see you two later, okay?
Wow, buddy.
Neil says, of course, mate.
Mate.
Um, mates. And then Christian gives a wave and opens the door to the room requirement and leaves.
It was loaded.
Neil kind of comes and sits on the chair next to you.
She kind of
He doesn't say anything. He just sits.
like lean on him, just like obviously like drained a bit from
Yeah.
Quidditch practice and seeing so much stuff and spending so much time doing that.
He kind of grabs her hand a bit and just says, "You're so amazing, you know."
So you've gotten used to it, I guess.
Yeah.
The
Unfortunately.
whole the whole I don't know what I look like, but I heard it's pretty unnerving.
If I had a phone, I'd take a picture and show you, but
Please, please don't
phones don't work at
ever.
Hogwarts. Maybe
But
if we could get a phone together when we leave Hogwarts.
a phone together?
That's what you do. We get phones together.
Get phones together. Don't we already have phones?
You have a phone. He doesn't know what a phone is.
What you? No, you're actually lying because we exchanged phone numbers at the end.
You did?
Yes, we exchanged phone numbers at
I
at
was
the end
thinking
of
of
year
somebody totally
2.
different. I'm sorry. I was thinking. I don't know why Felix was in my mind, but I forgot
Felix,
he's also a pure blood. He's a half blood. Okay.
my other romantic interest, came into the forefront.
He says.
The other path.
He says. You know, I'm. You don't have to be. I'm always here if you want to talk about this stuff. Of course, I don't know what it feels like, but I'm always here.
And we've talked about a lot of it before. It's kind of disorienting feeling what other people are feeling, and I don't know. Thank you for being there for Christian so much. I mean, you know how
While
Glenn
you were in
is.
while you were in the trends, we talked about a lot of things, Quidditch, and then um, he talked about home in New York. Um, then talked about Live a bit, which was weird but also cool.
Oh, you
He's
talk
really
about.
nice.
Does that mean you talked about me
Yeah.
too?
I'm not gonna say anything.
Come on, how are you gonna expose him for talking about Liv and not expose yourself?
Some things have to stay between us, you know.
I mean, that's fine. I was just curious if you did talk.
Yes, we talked about you a little bit.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good things, of course.
Of course. Well, what else would it be with you?
He says, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend?"
What am I doing this weekend?
You know you have a Quidditch match on Saturday, but other than that, not much.
Uh, I'm in my Quidditch game, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, other than that, nothing. I don't think, unless you know, I'm not even gonna say that because nothing crazy has happened in a while. So it's just gonna be like, you know what, this is normal now. We have normal lives. Everything's normal.
Yes. He says it's kind of like around like 5 p.m. He says, "You want to go to Hogsmeade?"
Sure.
I saw the Three Broomsticks is having a butterbeer happy hour. I think is the word.
This place is quite the hot spot for dates, huh?
Oh no, that's Madame Puddifoot's tea shop.
Oh.
Why did you want to go there?
Oh no, it's fine. But I think I heard that Basilton and not Basilton, Baz, she calls him Baz. Baz and Quentin went to Three
Oh yeah, you
Broomsticks
told me about
recently.
it. You know, they're actually pretty cute together.
They are very cute together.
If only Christian would ask freaking Liv.
He's so dumb, right?
Yes, yes. Oh god. I mean, I told him, I tried to like allude to it a little bit while you were doing your whole spooky thing.
You think it's spooky?
No, it's not. Okay, it's not spooky. The first time it was a little spooky. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I should have warned you.
It's okay.
You always forget.
But yeah, he was a little what's the word? Scared, I guess the saying would be. And he asked me what I did with you. And I told him that
You bribed me.
yes, I said don't go
And
down
then
that route.
probably wouldn't work out, but she'd probably be
She probably. You think so?
maybe. He was like,
I don't know.
yeah, I'll tell you this if you date me.
I don't know.
But I mean, she's It's obvious to everyone. They're crazy about each other. I don't know what's going on with them. It's so
That's true.
silly. But
Um, but I have to run to the library real quick. And uh get some textbooks for Professor Moore's class tomorrow. But you want to meet after that?
are we meeting there or meeting walking there?
I was gonna walk there.
Slash. All right, sounds lovely.
Give me 1 sec. I have to go pee and feed guitar quick, so I'll be right
Oh
back.
my god, me too. In one.
Same line. Windows taller than the ones in the city. Windows taller than the ones in the city.
Okay, after careful time and consideration of listening to this while I was in the bathroom, I have determined that this must be character creation music for Hogwarts Legacy. You're muted. What? Or it's login.
I'm on mute. Haha.
Yeah, I told
I
you.
said no. I said no. It is Hogwarts Legacy, but it's the room requirement music.
I was like, it's definitely a room I spend a lot of time in, or so like, and so I was like, maybe it's not character creation, but I was like, I don't think it's the like main screen music though, and I was like, and I also don't think it's the like journal music, but I couldn't figure it out. But you're right, that totally is it. Well, I mean, of course you're right, but like, you know, I can tell now.
All right. Let's see here.
What's-
No, they don't.
Have you ever had someone not like okay, except for the very first group of shitheads, has anyone ever said that you weren't a great DM or have good voices and all that stuff?
I don't really. I think I'm a good DM sometimes, but I don't think my voices are like up to par. You know what I mean?
I think you've gotten more confident in them. I wouldn't say like
Definitely
you've gotten like I because I
masterful.
think you've stayed relatively because I don't want to be like, oh, you've gotten like much better at it. I think I think you've always been good at it. It's just now you're more confident in it. Yeah.
That checks out. That checks
Okay,
out.
okay, okay.
Let's see here.
See, Didi even says if you don't quit capping, he knows. He just gotta try to stick to his humble
I just need
ways.
reassurance every once in a while. Okay.
All the validation.
All right, let's switch it up. Sometimes if you don't quit caffeine. Diddy, I'm all right, dude. I don't. I so like, cause my idea of a DM, I think, like, cause I've, imposter syndrome. I compare like, my skill to like, Brennan Lee Mulligan.
See, that's what
So of
I'm
course
saying
I'm
is
not
the
gonna be.
problem. Because
That's
they
the. Of course that's
practice
not
like
gonna be
fucking
accurate.
crazy. I don't know if you've heard some of the fucking freak ass sounds that Matt Mercer makes, but oh my god, that it's just funny because like if you look at Marisha, like when he makes like some like sounds, you just see her like smile because like and you're like, yeah, he totally practiced that and she had no idea what it was for. And now
Yeah.
it's like it's connecting.
Yep.
And I'm just like, oh man, this is gonna be Kayla's life. He's just gonna be practicing voices in the car.
Oh, it's already it's already a thing.
It'll be more. That's so fun.
I can't wait to stream Michaela. That's gonna be so interesting to see how
It's
she
gonna be
does.
so
Because I was like, "You want to do it?" She's like, "Yeah, sure." I was like,
fun.
"Okay."
Yay! We get to have everyone dunk on Christian. Yay!
And you guys wonder why I have issues.
Sometimes, well, see, because when you're in like large groups, your Christian comes out, and you just need, and everybody feels the compulsion to humble you.
That's true. That's very true. Godly.
I'm a professional reader.
I feel it.
The people's. Helen, I swear to God.
All right.
Okay.
Let's hop back into it.
Chill.
Look. Oh dang, she was like laying down looking at me.
Skinwalker, Katara. Stop,
Right.
that's not your scratcher.
What?
We're there.
Where?
I hear people stirring things against glasses.
Oh.
So I assume we're at the Three Broomsticks.
No.
But
Well, we can be. We
no. Where are
can
we? Where
be.
are we? Where are we? Where are we?
I was just gonna ask before we move to that scene, was there anything you wanted to do?
Ah. Ah. Ah.
Kind of like free time,
Um,
recess.
I don't know what would be pulling at her right at this moment without all any of the other characters here. Um,
You have to think on your own for once.
Not like that. It's just like sometimes you just like you're like, let's go see what they're up to, but I can't see what they're up to because
Yeah,
you have to
yeah.
role play them.
Hi, I'm Baz. I'm over. I'm over. Telling Christian to shut up,
Sure.
or with Quentin. I don't know.
um. Hmm. Probably nothing crazy. Maybe like check on Rose for a second. But I
Okay.
mean, we don't even have to like role play that. I just kind of wanted to be out there that Sage
You check.
checks in.
Okay. Kind of check in on Rose. Kind of like the general vibe you get from her is like she's doing good. Deep in studies. As a third year. Yeah, third year.
Yeah.
Y- Yeah, third year. Deep in studies is third year. Just catching up with her friends and stuff like that. Since this is like the first kind of week back at Hogwarts. Checking in on friends. Surprisingly, she's happy to see you. Um, Asks how you and Neil are doing, and um, she's also thinking about like maybe trying out for the dueling club, but not sure. Um, and she kind of also like
Did she make the
hinted
team?
at the dueling team.
No, did she make the Quidditch team? She
No,
tried
she did
out.
not try out. She did not try out.
What do you mean?
She didn't try out.
I was like, I could have sworn like she did, and then I was like, oh,
Wait, maybe
that
she
was.
did.
I was like, because third year she did, and I think she made second straight, or my third year she did. So like, she
Maybe
was
she
definitely
did.
interested
Oh
in
yeah, she
it.
definitely was on it. I don't think she is this year.
Okay, so she's pulling out of that. She got disheartened. Got it.
Yes.
Giving up.
But she's thinking about trying out for the dueling club.
Oh, I know some peoples, and
You
I
got some
am some
pull. You,
peoples.
you got some pull. You got some pull. And
Yeah.
she definitely hinted at that fact too. She was like, I'm thinking about trying out for the dueling club. Only her voice is much. I'm thinking about trying out for the dueling club.
You know, uh, when are tryouts for that?
Next week.
Um, I'll definitely talk to Baz about it.
Really?
Of course. I mean, is he officially like a part, like kind of like running it, or okay,
Yeah.
okay. And then if you want, we can always work on some spells. Like if both of us have free time at the same time. So I know it's kind of hard to find, but
Yeah. No
then
problem.
he always loves to help people out too. So I'm sure he'd be
You
willing.
kind of you guys are in like the Great Hall.
Mm-hmm.
You can see
That's where
you
people
hear a
always are.
voice from behind you. Oh, hello, Sage. You see it's Neil kind of coming up from behind.
Okay. I was like concerned because I was like, because his voice is usually much more like
Yeah,
even.
sorry,
No,
that
no,
one was
no,
kind
you're
of weird.
okay. No, I was like, oh, he's like excited. I was like, okay, I could see it being him. And I was like nervous that was somebody else for a second.
Hey guys. Hey guys.
You're done. Hey guys,
Um,
I'm Neil.
hey guys, I'm Neil.
It's me at 5% effort of trying.
But he says, um, you ready to go?
Yeah, let's
Also,
go.
hello, Rose. How are you doing? She's, oh, hey Neil, how are you? I'm doing well. Is am I sorry? Are you ready, or should I give you a bit more time?
It's okay. I was just checking in on how our
Oh,
first week back is
of
going, and
course.
we were talking about dueling club actually.
Dueling club, really? She says,
Yeah,
uh,
we
what
can
do you mean?
use Neil as a training dummy.
Really? Say, Liz. Neil says, no. No, I, no.
He's a
I'm no.
great human training
No,
dummy.
I'm not. That was one time, okay? You said you weren't gonna
It
talk
was
about it in front
multiple
of people.
times.
You said you weren't gonna talk about it in front of the people.
I'm so sorry. This is family.
No, I've been practicing on my spells, Rose. Oh, okay. Well, good luck, I guess. Um, I have to get back to my friends, but I'll
Yeah.
see you later, Angel. I'll see you later, Angel. Sorry, that was the other voice that I don't really do too much.
I give her. What is it called? I stare daggers at her for that. Typical
And
sibling stuff. Get down, Talon.
you guys kind of get turn around and start heading out of the Great Hall and into the courtyard. You can kind of feel it's getting more fall time. You can kind of see,
Think
feel that kind of
cozy
cozy,
with an
cold
S.
breeze with the S, cozy.
Cozy. Is there anything
Crisp,
cozier than
crisp,
Hogsmeade?
crisp. I don't know why crisp. It's
Crisp.
such a weird word.
Crisp.
Crisp.
There are much
Um,
weirder words.
you feel that crisp breeze kind
Crunchy
of coming
leaves.
in. Yes, the kind of orangey leaves.
I want to move up north.
Um,
Damn it.
you said what?
I want to move back up north. Damn it.
um,
My
but
crunchy
you kind of
leaves.
feel that kind of nice air hit your back as it's kind of you go kind of fuck. You guys go out into like the nighttime uh, ambiance of the castle. You kind of look back and see various lights in different rooms all over, lighting up Hogwarts from the outside. Um, and of course, you guys kind of pass by the many names engraved in stone on the side of the courtyard from the Battle of Hogwarts, unfortunately. But as you guys kind of make your way down the steps, Neil says, so how's Rose doing?
Oh, she's doing good, you know. She's really coming to her own. I'm glad that whole phase is over from before, but
She has black hair, correct?
no, they
She has
look very
white?
similar.
Okay, gotcha. My bad.
Yeah, they both have white hair.
She says, so just white hair right in your family?
My mom's side?
I've, that's
But it makes
fine.
sense because of the witchy woo stuff from her side.
Yeah. He
Uh,
says, oh, I'm sorry if I mean to. I'm just curious.
we're well past, you know,
Yeah,
feeling weird about
I
these
thought that.
questions.
Yeah. Um, do you don't plan on playing Quidditch outside of Hogwarts, right?
I don't think so. I mean, be a great backup for a few years, but I mean, not like I'm ever gonna be in my prime forever, so it's kind of hard to
Just, I mean, you're such an
imagine doing.
amazing player. You could easily get on a professional team.
I could. It's just we'll see how the next few years like play out, and you know if maybe all this madness stays calm down. Everything's been very quiet for a while. Too quiet.
Yeah, I understand. It is a little quiet, more than usual, which is weird, but it is what it is, I guess.
Except
I
for
mean,
those
it's a good thing.
centaurs. You saw them when we were coming in, right?
I actually meant to ask you all about that. I thought
Oh
maybe
my
that was something
gosh.
I thought that maybe that was something that you guys knew more
Yeah.
about.
I mean, if anyone knew, it would be Christian, right?
Uh, yeah, we should have asked him. We should have asked him.
Damn.
Missed
Well,
opportunity.
next time when he talks
Yeah.
about all of those things, we'll make a mental note of it.
Um, Neil kind of pulls out like a scarf from his pocket and wraps it around his neck as he kind of holds your hand. He says, you cold? You want my robe?"
Huh?
Just asking if you're cold.
No, she probably would have brought like an outdoor
Oh, like sweater,
like a one of those like more like sweater like trench coat
jacket.
vibes, you know? I don't know what they're
Yeah,
called. Um,
I got it. I got it.
yeah.
You guys kind of walk along the kind of cobblestone path, leaving Hogwarts in the distance behind you. Um, and you guys start to get towards Hogsmeade. Follow me. Let me change the vibes a little bit. Nope, that's a little bit too.
This is why you can't be the the coordinator of the stream, because everybody would just hear all these like random audios of you trying to figure out what's the perfect vibe.
Yeah. Facts.
Like,
People would be like subbing and I'll be over here. I don't like that sound. It's just like I know like the perfect vibe when I hear it. It's like, oh yeah, that's
that's
fucking
it.
it. There. And you guys never listen to any of them. And I spend so much time, and most of you guys have it turned down. I spend a lot of time finding
I
ambiances,
if
and you
you
guys
point out that
freaking
you are
turn it
changing
down.
the vibe, I make a point to make sure that it's at a volume I can hear it.
I
Like
appreciate
now,
it.
I've turned it up.
I
Just kidding, we're
appreciate
turning it back down. I didn't realize that's instrumental. Oh, this is more Hogwarts Legacy.
it. No, it is.
It sounds similar, at least like the orchestral
It might
like
be. It might
vibes.
be. It doesn't say Hogwarts Legacy, but hmm. Oh, it is from Hogwarts Legacy, I think. It doesn't say it originally. Anyways,
It's like when you're like roaming around outside.
yeah. Um, funny enough, this is called Sleeping in Hogsmeade.
Ah, sleeping.
Sleepy. You guys kind of make your way. Let me. I almost forget to set the scene. As you guys kind of walk the cobblestone path towards Hogsmeade. That's too much.
I
Sorry,
turn it down, it's okay.
and that's too much for me.
You always turn Cheech down too. It's already over. Easy.
I always like to turn it down just enough to where I can barely hear it.
Yeah, that's what I try to do.
But you guys kind of walk up the cobblestone paths as you can feel the wind hit your cheeks and kind of hitting you in the back a little bit. As you kind of look up, you see the starry night sky over the highlands and a crescent moon kind of in the background. As you guys make your way into Hogsmeade, you can see several shops, some braziers on the sides of the doors to light the path in front of you. Um, you can hear the crackling of the fire in each brazier, and the warmth also as you kind of pass by each one. On your way into the center of Hogsmeade, you see a building kind of nestled in the very middle of Hogsmeade that reads the Three Broomsticks on the door. As you see people of all different sizes, mostly adults, some house elves, kind of walking in and out of the doors as each of them swing open. You see the pointy hats. You see blues and yellows and purples robes, pointy hats on each of their heads. You see a couple oars in like black trench coats, kind of walking throughout Hogsmeade. Funny enough, a little couple more than usual. You've been to Hogsmeade before. You know there's usually only about two, three at most here, but it seems to be there's about maybe like nine roaming the streets of Hogsmeade on patrol, looking for something or someone. But enough of that, you guys. Make your way to the double doors in front of you as the sign above it reads the Three Broomsticks. You both. Neil opens the door for you as you guys step inside the Three Broomsticks. As you do, you can hear the all the ambiance around you. You can see many people from Hogwarts here, students and such. Oh, stop licking yourself. Sorry. You I can just hear her tongue in the background.
Ah,
But
I know what you're talking about. Horrible.
Um, you kind of go inside. You can see people, all different kids from Hogwarts. A few of them sitting at a bar, as a woman was behind the counter, kind of, uh, have with big barrels behind her full of butter beer, with several mugs, kind of topping people off and sliding them across the counter to different students who have ordered. We see a few kind of tables to your right sitting, as you can hear the crackling of the fireplace in the background and the warmth coming from it. Neil kind of looks at you and says, "So, where would you like to sit?"
um, good question. Good question. Anywhere's fine. Go booth.
Yeah, anyway, you want to sit at the
Yeah.
bar?
Sure.
Okay. You guys kind of sit down and see a woman from before that you saw when you entered. She kind of comes up to you guys. Hey guys, I'm Patricia. What'd you guys like today?
You just love
We
this
have
voice.
So what?
You just love this voice.
Yeah, gotta change. Or would you? I could pick a
You're
different
fine. No, you're fine. It's just a female Neil.
one. Hey guys, I'm Patricia. Neil kind of says, "Oh, that voice sounds familiar."
Nah, he probably doesn't
Um,
hear it.
no. He says, "Hey guys, I'm Patricia. What would you guys like today? We have a
Uh,
sale going on Butter's beer, only 1 gallon for 2 pints. Or I could go back in the back and get you some food. What do you fancy?
both.
Both.
You can just say a generic thing. It's fine.
This is for Aaron. This is for Aaron right here. Aaron hasn't made me this delusional. God, leave flashbang.
Ow, talent.
Let's go to the Universal Islands.
You poor soul. You're getting flashbanged for this. Talent, I swear to God, if you bite my toe again, I will throw you. Use your words. What do you want? You hungry?
I don't want that. He keeps giving me Universal Studios. I want like an authentic list.
Oh, we're on an ad break anyways. That worked out.
Okay, hell yeah, brother.
These are only 30 seconds long. Mine are long as shit. Mine are like a minute and a half. It's disgusting.
Sheesh. I love when people come in. Nobody's done it, but I love when people come in and they're like, I remember that one time that got me most excited. It made me feel good was when somebody came in and they're like, "Hey, what is this? What's going on?" And we were like, "Oh, we play a Harry Potter campaign." They're like, "Oh, wow, this is cool. I'm gonna tune in."
I remember that person. You were so hyped.
That was so hyped. I was like, "Wow, somebody really is enjoying what we're doing."
Yeah.
It was cool. Made me
Yeah.
feel.
I know you were talking about how you were excited for the first like non previous
Yeah.
friend to be interested in
Just
it.
somebody random to come in and be like, "Wow, this is really cool," but it hasn't happened in a while.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll ball. We always do. All right. She says, "Well, on the menu we have fish and chips, uh, beef pasties with a garden salad. Uh, we have a dragon's leg. What else do we have? Josh, what do we have in back there? We also have butterbeer, of course, 2 pints for 1 gallon. we have the leg of a troll, and also
It's horrendous.
shepherd's pie.
Ugh, disgusting.
Nah, leg of a troll kind of sound good, man.
What?
You don't think that sounds good?
Trolling?
Troll leg
Oh,
sounds kind
that's
of good.
vile. What the fuck?
Troll leg, that sounds good,
You know
man.
what sounds
Like a
good is like those like really large like drumsticks you get from Disney.
that's what I imagine like a troll's leg being.
But their legs are like 5 times, maybe
I know,
50 times bigger.
I know.
Oh my god.
We'll see, like she'll say like a miniature troll leg, and it's still like it's like the size of like a regular big, uh, like
Because I have a
turkey leg.
chicken.
Yeah.
A whole chicken, not a
Neil
chicken leg.
says I'm kind of feeling the fish and chips. What about you?
You know, I was feeling the same. It's the only one I fully comprehended.
You haven't had dragon's eye before? Oh, dragon's tail?
No, I live in America away from all of this, so not
That is
super
true.
common.
You have to get someone when you go next time you go to Diagon Alley. It's to die for. But
You would die for it?
we'll take the two of the fish and chips. Would you like some butterbeer as well?
Yes. Yes.
All right. We'll take some butterbeer as well. Just all right. 2 fish and chips, a butterbeer. Any desserts?
Well, we can decide that later. It's fine. Oh,
All right.
party beer's pretty
course.
much a dessert. It's crazy.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. I'll be right back. Give me about 10 minutes. She kind of goes back, and you can hear like the chatter of conversations around you at various tables and things like that. Not really like hearing the words they're saying, just of them talking, murmuring all around you. And you can Neil's kind of sitting on the stool next to you. He says, "Fall is really coming quick. Hopefully this year doesn't pass by too fast."
I'm sure time will feel like it's slowing down very soon.
You know something I heard the other day.
What?
And you know this is to be like you guys. Of course, you don't know. Liz doesn't know this, but Sage would know. Like every now and then, Neil is an information broker, so he tells like Sage some of like the wild things that he hears throughout the grapevine. He's like,
Love gossip.
yeah. He says, I heard that apparently another school's coming to Hogwarts this year.
Oh, which school?
I don't know.
Huh, wonder if did Theo transfer already, by the way?
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll be Durmstrang. Probably see Theo
Would-
again.
That
And
would
why
be
are
cool,
they
but
coming here?
I don't know.
Another
That would be
hog.
cool, but probably unlikely. Um, but I don't know. Do you know anything going on? Has Professor Mora said anything?
Do I know?
No.
No, I haven't heard anything. God, I hope it's not another one of those events. No, we almost. We could have
Almost died.
died.
Yeah. Sorry I wasn't there, by the way, either.
But at the bottom of the lake during our trials?
That's true.
I guess you could have been. Oh no, you
I
couldn't.
just want
You
you to
couldn't
know
even
that
have been my partner. Like you were a different age. Like, you know.
you know what I mean. I just wanted to be there to protect you, so.
Yeah.
But I know you can protect yourself plenty.
Yeah, but you never know. In that timing.
Maybe. Have you told Neil at all that like Professor Moore has asked you guys to join the Order of Dreams, or would you have said anything?
Oh shit! Cause like, so I was thinking about this, and I was like, fuck, I don't even want to make a point of it, cause like I don't want Glenn to roll her eyes at me. That was the vibe. Just like it was like maybe I'd approach him like later about it. Hmm. I think she would say as much information as she. Well, this was before.
Yeah. This was before you guys got the tattoos. He's asked you the
Ah.
question. You guys can join whatever, and I'll give you guys time to think about it. But you guys have not officially
So I
joined
could.
up yet.
So I'm
This
allowed
is
to tell
pre
him.
this is pre-tat.
Verbal agreement.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I would think she would tell him because like I was feeling a lot of anxiety in that moment because I was like, oh man, this is like the first thing that like she just like can't tell her family, she can't tell Neil, and it's just like it was really stressful.
Gotcha.
But I think she would say something about like, oh hey, like okay, I'll be in character for it. My bad.
You're good. No, you're fine.
You know, Moyer's, just come back and he's, you know, have I told you anything about, I have told you because I told you everything, once upon a time and I got a lot of trouble for it, but, about that whole Order of Dreams thing, that group.
Yeah. I remember you saying something about it. I was like secret and stuff like that.
Well, we've been kind of like allied with them, working together, but we're kind of contemplating joining them. We've been asked to at least, and
You see, he
I
takes like not a step back from you, but like his eyes kind of go from like a happy to like a oh shit, a
yeah,
more serious look.
yeah, and
What do you think you're thinking about doing it?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't want there to be any. I mean, like, it makes sense because we're already working with them and we'd get more answers and they'd be more readily able to tell us things. I mean, we're already telling them as much as we can.
Sage, everything that you've told me about the Order of Dreams, it seems like everyone who's joined is either in hiding or isn't here to speak for themselves.
I mean, we got Professor. He knows about Professor Black. Okay, so we have Professor Black and Moira's back.
Yeah, and Professor Moria is amazing and one of the most powerful wizards I've ever seen. But
And that's why that's why I have some reluctance as well because I don't want. I mean, we already have a target on our backs. I don't really want to make
exactly,
it bigger. And I don't want there to be things that I'm not allowed to tell you. You know.
really?
Of course not. I mean, oh my god. Turn down more.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's just made a weirdly flavoring sound. I don't know how else to describe it. That's not even a real word. But yeah, of course I want to. That's how it's been for a while. I mean, like I don't like the idea of not being able to let you know what's going on in my life, and that's kind of why I'm a bit reluctant to even do like anything about like unspeakables or anything like that because I don't enjoy the idea of having to keep a huge part of my life private from the people I care about. And we've been going at this for a while and I don't like the idea of having to shut you out from anything. It makes me kind of, I don't know, I
Look,
don't know.
you don't have to say anymore. I get what you're doing is important, and that doesn't. You wanting to be a part of something more and wanting to help, I'm not gonna lie, it does scare me a bit, but I trust you. And I love you.
What?
and I wouldn't.
Sorry. What
I
that
know
just
that.
happened.
I know that. I know that you'll do your best to look out for yourself. Way better than I probably could anyway. So, as long as we promise to always be truthful with each other, and only not when it's at the utmost urgency or care, I'm okay with it.
um, you know how much of an emotional player I am. You're horrible. um,
I mean, you guys have been together for 2 years,
I
so I
was
think
like thinking, I was like, I don't even know if, if they've even kissed or anything yet. I
I
was
don't
like
think you guys have done
thinking
any
about
of that.
what I'm saying. Like, so that's a big okay, recovering.
You're good.
Uh um I know you're not wanting to I know you're kind of wanting to get away from the whole information brokering thing, but I don't know. Would you even be open to being a part of all of that? Because I don't want to force you to do anything you don't want to do, and I don't want to push you in a path that you don't want to go down, just for the sake of, um, being able to keep up, I guess. Not really keep up, but like, at least know what's going on and things like that. But, um,
No, I mean, of course, I think you should probably talk to the group about that. Uh,
I mean,
I'd be open to it.
okay. I mean,
Something that we could go through together.
I think I I mean, I'll definitely talk to them about it, but this is kind of more so, I think, a Moyer thing. Um, so maybe you guys would need to talk.
Yeah, no problem. We can talk. Professor Moore is my favorite professor, so
So it's probably gonna be, but again, I don't want you to feel like you have to do this out of like, I don't want you to do this out of fear or
I got
like,
2 fish and chips for you here.
oh my god, you're horrible.
Kind of brings it,
Actually.
bro. You know when you're at a restaurant having a serious conversation with somebody, and then somebody
I
comes
was
in.
like, this is
The
personal. This
waiter,
has happened to him before.
yeah, definitely, definitely. The waiter kind of comes back with the food, and you're like, oh,
Of
okay,
course.
wait, wait till she kind of sets it down, and she like, I got the butterbeer here. I got the butterbeer here. Is there anything else you two need?
No, thank you so much.
Of course. Are still thinking about that dessert?
Yes, still thinking. Thank you.
Of course. I'll leave you guys to it.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
enjoy a little date. I'll be over here if you need anything.
Thanks.
She kind of
Why we're
whisks
whispering.
whisks away.
Anyways. Um,
That's never happened to you, where you're like having like a
yes, that
conversation.
has happened to
Oh,
me
okay.
before.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
We're having like a
damn.
serious conversation with
You're just
somebody,
like,
and like the waiter kind of comes back, and you're just sitting there like, oh, all right, you can go now, dude.
uh, but anyways, she would take a long sip of her butterbeer and then be like, anyways, like I was saying, I don't
You
want
got
you
the
to.
little. He kind of goes. You have like a lot of those
Yeah,
little
thank
lines
you.
on your lips, and he kind of wipes it off for you.
Thank you. Um, I don't want you to do this out of fear of, you know, what's going on with me or like missing on things, but I certain and I don't want you to pressure you at all, but I certainly even though I have my friends there, I feel like I would certainly feel a lot less alone.
Of course.
I'm sure.
Well, we can talk to him and see what he says. So, and if not, then I'll always be here.
I know. It's just nerve
Cool.
wracking.
But you gonna eat all your chips?
Pause off. Dude, we just started.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. And you guys start kind of digging into your food. Um, Kind of fast forward time a bit. Um,
Oh man, that was
you
heavy.
guys,
And she didn't even say it back. Oh my god.
you guys kind of sit there for like a couple hours, and even to the point where like they start kind of cleaning up, setting chairs on tables and things like that. But you guys are just so enamored with each other and the conversations that you guys have just about school and future plans and um, life, Quidditch, all this sorts of things. Um, and as you guys finish, you guys kind of get up. Neil kind of pays the galleons for you guys. Um, and you guys head out into the night. You guys begin your walk back towards Hogwarts up the stone cobble path with you hear kind of cicadas all around you in the forest and
What did you call them?
maze. Cicadas? Cicadas?
Cicadas?
Cicadas. Sorry, not cicadas. Cicadas.
I was like, I didn't know if I was hearing wrong.
Cicadas. Um, all around you is the night kind of sets fully in. You guys are kind of holding hands, walking back up the path. He says, "I really missed you this summer."
Oh, I missed you too. What happened over your summer?
Not much. Really doing runs on Nocturne Alley. Um, uh, but other than that, not much though. Yeah, just runs on Nocturne Alley and actually saw Headmistress McGonagall there.
Weird. Um, Out of character question. Was it third year or this year that I had the knowledge that like either he was distant with Augustus or Augustus like left?
This year on the train
Okay.
is when he told you.
Okay. I was like, I really hope that wasn't like a third year thing, and then I was just now asking about
No, no,
it.
no, no. It was on the train.
Um. So what was the deal? Was it that he's gone, or they're just distant?
He's gone.
Oh. Um. Um. So are you worried about Augustus at all? Is this common for him?
Yes and no. I mean, Augustus has been a lone wolf for a lot of the time I've known him. So, uh, he's probably out taking care of things and such. Um,
Hmm.
Probably be back when I go back there for holiday,
You know,
but we'll see. Yeah.
if he's not, would you uh want? I mean, I can spend a holiday here with you, or maybe you could come meet my family.
Really?
Yeah,
You're serious?
I'm serious.
He kind of just smiles to himself and says, "Sure, if you guys will have me."
Yeah, that's a talk to my family about the details, of course, but I don't know. I don't ever want you to be alone on holiday or anything. And I know you work in the summer, so that's kind of hard, but Um, I don't know. I just
Oh, have you talked to your dad?
Are you scared?
No. No. Should I find my? Should I wear the suit that Battleton got me for the ball?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
Hasn't he
Well,
met them before?
no.
I thought he met them.
He may have said hey every now and then, but not like
Ah,
a
like an
formal
official
meeting.
like hanging out vibe either.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
not just your normal clothes is fine. No suits needed. This is not prom
Okay. All right. Well, I look
or
forward to it.
funeral.
As you guys kind of walk back up the path towards Hogwarts, Hog, Hogwarts. Sorry, you see the castle kind of gleaming in the distance in the moonlight. Is there anything else you say to him?
Okay. Um. I was contemplating like waiting on this and just like being like, just a
Waiting for
random
session.
like a grand like a group moment and just be like, oh hey, by the way, I love you too. And then everybody's like, too? What the fuck do you mean? Because nobody's gonna watch this except for like, of the group at least. Which is a bit funny, but I don't know. This feels more like the moment. I think Sage is in the mindset of just like, you never know what's gonna happen. Or
Mhm.
she will want him to know. So she'd be like, I didn't say anything before because I was just so caught off guard. But when I've known it for a very long time and kind of given at this point, but I just wanted to let you know that I love you too.
Thanks. Uh, instant blush. Instant blush. His whole face is red. He says, "Uh, thank you."
You do not say anything. But I have a feeling that you know some shit is about to hit the fan, and I just never want anything to be left unsaid between us or anyone that I care about.
Me neither. Oh,
That's it.
amazing. Uh, well, let's make our way, shall we?
All right.
And that's where we're going today's session.
So wholesome.
Yes. Yes. Woo! Amazing session. Sheesh. Uh, Diddy, I'm gonna ask you, so go ahead and drop it. What was your favorite part of today's session, Liz?
I had it written down. It was gonna be that, but then that happened. He dropped it so fucking casually too. And I was like, what the fuck? Oh, she said you first.
I'll do mine after Liz's.
um, as it goes.
I can do my first.
Originally, it was just I really love. I've been thinking about it multiple times. I've thought about this multiple times during this session of just like how quickly you go back and forth between like serious and like humor stuff, and like it just flows very well. Like we're having this like serious moment with Christian, and like Neil's like perusing the books, and the book screams at him, and he's just like, "You're like, not that one, my bad." It's just like I don't know. So that was my favorite before their whole little. I really enjoyed their walk. It was really because I'm a big quality time person. It was really great to have like a conversation without like feeling super rushed of like, oh god, everybody needs like their time and everything, and I don't want to like have like a super sappy moment and take up a bunch of time and have everybody typing on the side like, oh my god. so, so I am glad that happened, but um I, but that is a vibe. I do enjoy those moments as well. I don't mind having them in front of the gang either, but um
It's nice.
it was a vibe, and it was nice to get like the kind of like more like full like flesh out dynamic between them of like, you know, like he's not like some like super needy boyfriend as he comes off to like the group and all,
Yeah.
because like I've never imagined him as that. It was always just kind of like he's always been very trusting of like her knowing her limits and things like that, and you know that she can handle herself, and he's always been like, yeah, I'm just gonna try to like do my own thing, let her do her
Help as
thing.
much as I can. Yeah.
Yeah. And so
Um,
glad to get
I think
more of
I think
that.
Neil though is also very worried that like, and I kind of teased it at like the beginning of the session is,
Yep.
you know, usually in school like relationships end, um, and things happen. So I think that's what Neil is thinking about. Is like this is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I'm scared I'm gonna lose it. So that's why Neil was so kind of, if you felt needy, that's why.
Yeah.
Is that like
Got
he
it.
doesn't want to lose this amazing thing that he's found.
I didn't get those vibes, but
I'm sorry.
Glenn was like typing all that shit. I'm just like, oh my god, he's so needy and like, you know, needs like a bunch of like reassurance stuff. I'm like, I mean, like it's like valid. I mean, he because I don't because she doesn't. Her character definitely doesn't understand like, you know, that he literally doesn't really have anyone besides
Yeah, and I
Augustus and
mean,
stuff like that.
it just sucks that we can't go into everything in session because each of these
Mm.
NPCs I've introduced, I have a whole story.
My
They
other
have whole
favorite moment.
lives that like has happened to them. Um, I mean, even Exandria is a big one.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I'm very curious about her. But I mean, like Christian
um,
too. Like just this session, like even though Sage herself hasn't like ostracized him at all, it's just kind of like, yeah, just kind of go with whatever the group wants, and I'm just like here, and I want to keep the peace, and like it was very emotional even for me as like a player to like see like Christian like so desperately trying to like seek out the approval of
of other
everyone
people.
and like and
Definitely
working
that
so hard.
definitely doesn't go to me at all. You know,
I,
definitely not my own personal
I
issues at
literally
all.
cried at least 4 tears during that, just that, and like it was just it's I don't know, it was like the moments that I'm just like, oh man, I wish everybody was able to like see like how deep like these characters are, because every time I have a one-on-one I learn so much about these NPCs and I just feel so hard for them. I'm a very emotional person already, like,
Oh, me
you know,
too.
that way back when, you know, learned more about Neil, I cried and
You know
about
what's
his
so
history.
crazy about this world is that like it's such a magical and whimsical place, and you know there's trolls and all this other stuff, but then there's also like, which I don't think we touched a lot on in the books or anywhere else, is that like each of these people have their own like real life issues, things that happen in the Muggle world every day that like
Yeah.
even in the craziest of situations people are still going through. And if I've said it many times, but Christian is based off of me as a person, so
Yeah.
a lot of those emotions he went through is things that I go through constantly, of seeking the approval of other people, and being alone. um so that's, but like, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get very emotional here,
It's
but
okay.
uh being alone, but I'm not a alone person,
Mm.
but having to be forced to be alone, and I grew up very lonely. um
Mm.
so it was a thing of that as well, of not really having friends and having to seek that out a lot is very hard. And then when you do seek those, when you do get those friendships, of trying your best not to fuck that up or um miss out on things. So that's a big thing as well. So, you know, like I said, I've said it many times, but yeah, Christian's based off of me and a lot of the life experiences I went through as a kid and now. So
Yeah, I've done the opposite character. I'm like, I just want a character with a happy, normal life. But I've been thinking about um touching on, not touching, but like getting gearing her more towards like some outside of school like tragedies.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
and that's crazy because it's really not even a tragedy. Like it's just an everyday thing that like it could happen to anybody. It's not really like
true,
a that's what's so crazy about it. It's so saddening and so deeply rooted that it's something that could really happen to anybody. It's not like a blue, once in a blue moon thing, which
true,
is
true,
such a
true, true.
crazy thing.
Yeah.
Um,
So they don't talk about divorce or
and it,
cancer or
mm-mm.
anything like that. And so I was thinking about having Swear's dad developing cancer at some point this year. Maybe like over winter break he would tell her or something.
Yeah, that'd
So
be
that
crazy.
would be a nice
Um,
little somber thing.
yes. My favorite moments. Amazing. I didn't think that Christian was gonna unveil this much about his backstory, or I was going to. I thought that'd be more of a live thing, but
Whoopsie.
it made so much sense in this moment of um
Mm-hmm.
because I try to do as much as I can as a DM. Of course, I'm not the best at everything. But this world moves even while you don't see it all. So things are happening, the world is moving, and the only thing that you guys can do is react to it.
Yeah.
So Christian's mom has been gone a lot of this time due to things that you guys don't know yet, but it's been gone, and Christian's having to deal with that. That's why he's been so seeking of approval and so kind of not needy but flighty a little bit, is because like the person who at the end of the day was his world isn't being there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to cope and learn and uh, deal with it in his own ways. So yeah, Christian stuff was my favorite moment, or not favorite moment, but one of my favorite moments. The Neil stuff was just so wholesome, and I knew you wanted to focus on Neil, so I thought that'd be a good way. Is also learning more about other NPCs. Um, the Quidditch thing was really cool, and then the conversations with Neil was just my favorite. Of going to the Three Broomsticks and kind of like a little slice of life episode at Hogwarts, while
True.
also throwing in a sprinkle of main story. Um, but yeah, I honestly enjoyed everything. I don't think I really had a moment that stuck out to me because everything was just so amazing.
Yeah, that's good vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely really do enjoy like learning about like the NPCs. I do feel bad that it's like I had a lot. Okay, I had a lot of moments I enjoyed. I love how Sage accidentally spilled something to Christian. Oh yeah, I forgot. I honestly teared up while learning about Christian's past, and those were some amazing transitions of him growing up. The way that Neil had told Sage that he loved her caught me off guard, and it was smooth. I'll admit that. Yeah, I was fucking crying over Christian's past stuff too, and I'm just like, oh man. And then like there were
that's me. That's my trauma.
you were
Y'all didn't
uh,
think I was gonna unpack trauma today, did y'all?
and so I it's so sad. And I just feel and it was just like one of those things just like because Sage is that person and like her vision in her vision too. And so like that really like fits into like how and like I feel like a lot of really empathetic people like view a lot of like retellings of like people's feelings and stuff like that. And it was just like I don't know, it was just so sad, all the desperation and just like the moving around and being pulled all over the place and it's
Yeah,
just like I feel so
can't
hard for
stick to
it.
one place, and then I just it sucks for me telling it too because it's me, but of never staying in one place long enough to kind of make friends, and then when you do, or then when you try to make friends, it's not received too well, or you just have a hard time. So,
Yeah.
whew,
Yeah.
gosh, But it's like I said, it's we are in a world where people can fly on brooms and cast fireballs out of wands, but don't really know how to deal with those sorts of things of dealing with just the absence of people and loneliness, as well as Neil of not having those parental figures and putting all his eggs in one basket with Sage here. And also trying to figure out what he wants to do after school and figure out who he wants to be.
Oh my
Um,
god, I'm so stressed at that because I'm like, I don't want to influence him to go down a certain path of life. I want them to be like super like, just like accepting of like what they want each other to do, and that's what it is, you know.
did you
And
ever see that coming of what Neil wanted to do?
no, I thought he was gonna do like ministry work. Honestly, I
Mm,
because of with like all that stuff of like just how good he is with like collecting knowledge and things like that. Like it just like seemed like
mm.
what he would
I
do,
think,
but it makes sense. It makes a lot of
yeah.
sense after he like hearing after second I heard it, I was like, this checks out. It's so hard.
'Cause I think Neil has been around living in mostly Nocturne Alley all of his life, and he's seen all that before, and he's seen the ministry and how unfortunate, how nice they are with Hermione being in charge, but how nice they're not without Hermione. I don't think he wants to get mixed up in any of that. Um, and of course, he has you. Um, so that was his main thing of trying to be there for you as much as he can, but also not influence you, like you said, in any other way to what he wants you to do, because that's not what he wants to do. He wants to be there for you when you need him. So it's a whirlwind of emotions. Yeah, Sage is his rock in a way, DD. That's correct.
And he hers, like, like he's kind of like I remember like a yeah, like an anchor sort of like, like she can get very swept up in all of this, like she doesn't really think about the consequences of everything. And this is kind of like the whole thing of like, oh yeah, I'll just go ahead and do this whole thing. Like but on the back of her mind it's like, I'll join this, society and things like that. And it's just like, oh god, but like, I have, you know, otherwise she would have been like, oh yeah, whatever. But now she has that whole like grounding thing of like, oh yeah, I have to keep secrets from like, these people that I really care about and my family. And
You know
um
what's crazy?
what
Without the Occult Five, I don't think Neil. Like, let's say the Occult Five never happened. You never met Glenn and them. I don't think
Mhm.
Neil would have ever worked up the courage to come and speak to you.
Yeah,
So it makes sense. So, like, it's just so cool how everything ties,
it is
just like life.
crazy. Yeah,
Damn,
but
I'm good sometimes. Sheesh.
I'm really glad at how like because it was very forced in the like the beginning of like all that stuff, but like the fact like I'm very grateful that they've like become very like similar like things. I don't know like what each other kind of needs, I guess, in sort of like
Mhm.
terms of like like they she is like a constant for him and he
Yes.
wants to keep that, and he has anxieties of like losing that, and then she's very used to having people like with her at all times. Like she doesn't really think about like a ton about like, oh, I could like lose like everybody and be alone. But that is a fear of hers of being at like a bit is like losing everyone, but it's not on the forefront of her mind at all times, and that kind of reminds and he reminds her of that a lot. And
Yeah.
I don't know. And and I'm glad that they have like grown together a lot where like he is definitely I don't know. And I mean like I don't even know about that way because he was very questionable for a
With you.
bit there. I mean that was that like I mean like in his past like decisions, like the stuff with like the house elf and things like that. It's just like, man, dude, what were you doing? You're so and like he's matured a lot in his interactions with like Sage, and he was just like I don't know. He went from being very eager and like to being very like patient and understanding, I think. And I think they both care a lot. It's very obvious. I love them together.
Amazing. Whew. Did you have fun today?
Oh yeah, that was very fun.
Hell yeah.
I definitely loved that whole conversation, that very long conversation that they had, but it was very nice to have a bit of like a moment between like Sage and Christian, like outside of like the, because like it's always very overshadowed by like, you know, Glenn's disdain for him, or like they're doing potion stuff, or Liv is having like her moments with him, so it's like it's very hard to connect with like those NPCs that are designated kind of for like other people, just like other people haven't really had the chance to interact with
Yeah.
Neil a ton. But so it was nice to like kind of like get more insight into him as a character, and now I think she will be much more inclined to, I don't know, definitely be more inclined to like include him. That's like obvious, but like, you know, like she has a better understanding but doesn't want to like just out him to everybody, like, hey, everyone be nice to
And
him.
yeah, yeah, and it's so cool about your ability too because you get to see people and feel those kind of emotions of what they went through. So it's so like it sucks so much because you can't just like make other people feel what you felt or see what you see.
Mm,
It's just something that Sage kind of has to bear herself, which is like a gift but also just a curse.
yeah. Yeah. And that wasn't even like an apparent thing until the oh. Because that was like the first time I think like there was like an actual like really strong thing to feel. And then I guess there was also the Neil stuff, like when she took his wand, like feeling his feelings of like, you know, when he was working in Nocturnally as a boy, and all of his um feelings of like around at like school and regarding like Sage and stuff. And I was just like, I don't know, it is very nice. I really enjoy those, like I really enjoy the whole, you know, things that progress, like, you know, the background or like the main story. But I really, really do enjoy that the ability is like evolved to, well, maybe not evolved, but like, you know, like these personal objects to people and be able to learn so much about them.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not something she wants to like abuse at all.
And, I thought maybe like I had like when you were talking about what you wanted to do, I had like this split, like it's kind of split because I was like maybe Neil would say something like, you could use this ability to like help people or like profit off of it. Um, but then I think Neil was just like, well, that's the decision. I think Neil kind of came to the decision of I think Neil would think that like he would come to the decision of like, well, if that's something that she wants to do, then I'll let her choose that, not me influence any of the decisions.
Yeah, I guess that just hasn't really crossed my mind, so I don't really see it crossing her mind of like, oh yeah, like this is something that's like extremely beneficial to people. Um I think it's just kind of been like a thing that she learned and it's just like necessary sometimes. I don't think she's ever thought of like making a profit off of it. Um
For
I think
sure.
that's a very foreign concept to her, especially since like it's always just so, I don't know. It's very intimate, you know.
Yeah. Um,
But
Amazing. But yeah, anything else?
um,
Excited for session on Sunday?
very, very definitely bailing
Got
on the
cool.
Children's
Got some
Museum.
cool things. You don't have to bail. You
No,
can
I
go.
am. My sister told me about it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, we're thinking about doing this." I'm like, "I'm gonna have to bail because I feel like my sessions are kind of going like bi-weekly now. There's just like some stuff going on, and I was like, I don't know if it's gonna stay like this, but I cannot miss this session. Oh, we
It's
didn't
not gonna
have
stay like
session
this
last
because
week.
everybody's just been busy, so
Yeah,
we've had to do bi-weekly. I plan
yeah.
on doing every week if you guys still want to, but
Yeah,
um,
but it was just like one of those things. Like, you know, we didn't have session last week, and I'm definitely not missing it and missing out
can't
on a
miss
whole
this one.
month of it. So,
Oh
no,
yeah, and then
thank you.
When Kayla comes, I'll have to. We won't be playing for a month.
Or we bring her.
I'm sure she plays too. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know.
We have, it'd be nice to like at least have a game night. Go
Yeah, we're
outside.
for sure having a game night one of those days. Yeah.
I really want when you were talking about the butterbeers earlier, I was like, I really want everyone to make a butterbeer and watch Harry Potter together. So bad.
That'd be, that'd be cool. Just cuddled up in some nice cozy vibes. That'd be cool. Well, um, that does it for our solo session. As always, we love each and every one of you. I hope you guys have an amazing week, night, year, existence.
This is.
Uh, but I really truly appreciate everyone coming through today. Whenever you did, hand of applause for the amazing Liz. She did an
Yay.
absolute killer job today, as always. But if not, if you're out there and you watching this and you are like, man, this is cool. I want some more of this. Well, come catch us live on Sundays at 4 p.m. EST. Um, and we'll have the whole group there. It'll be a little bit more chaotic than this, a little less cozy,
Oh yeah.
but still a little bit
Especially
more
with our recent added
recent.
member,
Yeah,
Black Saka slash Adonis Redfield.
yes,
It is very funny.
it's very funny. But that's all for today on Roll Magic. Hope you guys have an amazing day. As always, please spread love and Lumos, and we will see you guys next time. We are outie
Howdy, 5,000.
5,000.
Yay.
Hell yeah!
Bye,
Bye
GD and other
guys. See you later.
lurkers. Bye.
Peace.